You got the ideas, you got the hustle, but in today's fast-paced marketing world, sometimes even your best isn't fast enough. The blank page stares right back at you, and the complex project feels too big to handle. But what if I told you that ClaudeAI can be your creative psychic? In this video, I'm going to show you how you can start using ClaudeAI on content creation, ClaudeAI to increase your productivity. I'll walk you through the interface and everything you need to know to get started. So let's get right in. So getting started with Claude is easy. So you just head over to claudeai and you sign in with your Google account and you're ready to go. The interface is clean and intuitive and there's no complication. So you can start right ahead to creating. So firstly, I'm just going to show you everything on the interface. So right over here to your right, you get the new chart where you click it and a box appears here and you type in your prompt, you select the kind of the model you want to use, you add in your document if you have so, and then you click go. And then under here you have your project. So for your project you have a couple of it's more like a folder. You create folders for specific actions, specific work you have on the project. And then for the artifact are more like a collaborative AI feature of Claude. So it shows you the thinking surrounding your prompt and also its output to you. So you put in an input, which is a prompt, and then it gives you an output, and then it shows you along the way how it came about that. So if you head over to the down part here, you see your name, and then if you click here, you can see settings, language, get help, upgrade plan, and learn more. So for this, I am using the free plan to show you this video. So you just head over to settings here and you can see your name. You can set a name that you will want Claude to be calling you. Put in your full name, put in a nickname like I did here, and then you could also put in the work that best describes you. Are you a student? Are you a marketer? Are you a coder? Are you a website designer? And then you can also add in the text below what personal preference you have in for Claude to consider in responding to your prompt. And this is also very crucial in getting good enough output. So put the tone you want, and it will help to literally help you when you are asking questions. It doesn't just go haywire. So you're kind of making sure that whatever it is that you want is what you get. So under the account here, you just see a prompt to log out, delete your account and stuff like that. And then you have the privacy, you have the billing, you have features. And under features here, you have an option to actually tick if you want the artifact. That means you want a pop-up menu to show how Claude came about your answer. And if you also want AI powered artifacts. And then you have connectors here, which is mainly for the pro users. And if you browse here, you're able to see that you can connect Claude to different things, like you can connect it to Canva, you can create it to Hotspot, you can create it to different platforms. Monday, you can even create it to Notion, but as you can see, you would have to upgrade your account before you're able to do that. Also, if you go back to the settings, you can learn more and you can finally log out. And if you have any issues, you can get help. And also, if you want to change your language, you can change it right over here. Yeah, and then going back to the interface, yeah, on the interface you have a little plus button here, like ChatGPT, where you can upload a file, you can take a screenshot. And I find this very handy because if you have a website or you're on a website or you see something you like, you can literally just take a screenshot directly on that. So when you click on take a screenshot, it gives you the number of Chrome tabs you have open, and then you're able to pick which one, and then you actually take a screenshot from that whole page, which I find it's very also easy. Instead of taking a screenshot and then having to paste it, you can as well just take it directly. And then you have here, you have a button here toggle button here where you can choose what style you want your output to come out in. Do you want it normal? Do you want it like learning? Do you want it concise? Do you want it explanatory, formal, empathetic? Or you can also create and edit your style. So if you click on create style, you can come here to create custom style. So I created one which is the emphatic storyteller. And how you can also create this, I'm going to show you later on in ways you can use Claude, because you can actually take a bunch of your email messaging, a bunch of text you have written, and actually put it in and then get a style of writing from that. So let's say you don't even know what your style is, you can just put in what you have created before, and then it's able to pick the style from those data you would provide. So you come back here, and right over here you have the different models you can use. You can use the Claude Optus 4.1. I think that's the very latest model. You can use the Sonnet 4, and then if you click down here you see other Claude models, and those are the models. So just so you know, some of the models you can use for free for a limited amount of time. And then as you can see here, it says here you have to remain until September 2nd, and that is it. But if you're subscribed, if you've upgraded your plan, you'll be able to get more to work with. And right over here you have a couple of prompts. If you click on here, like something like write, you can see an option of things you can create. Write a marketing copy, develop editorial guidelines, presentation scripts and whatnot. If you click on create, you can create code, you can create website, you can create HTMLs and stuff like that. If you want to learn a particular thing, if you click here lifestyle, you can create lifestyle. I'm sorry, I said something wrong here. So for create, you can create things like mobile prototype, you can create like interactive games and stuff like that here. And then you can get a code for the website, or code a website, code an app and stuff like that. And if you click on live stuff, you can see things like, you can improve time management, plan my day. You can be able to connect your calendar directly and actually plan your day on ClaudeAI. And so this is the interface, the Claude AI interface. And so now I'm going to show you some real case scenario of how well you can use Claude AI in your marketing project or in your everyday life, just to make yourself more productive and help you to get more from this AI bot. So I'm back on the Claude interface, and one of the main things Claude can help you do is to generate content ideas. So whether you want a catchy social media post, or just an eye-catching social media post, or a compelling blog post idea, Claude has your back, and you can tell your story in your brand voice and messaging, and it can also create copies for you within seconds. So for here, I'm going to show you one thing you can do in order to improve your output. So you have the input and output. So one is to create style, or to put on extended thinking. And extended thinking helps to make Claudia to pause a bit, think about what it's about to give you before giving you a response. Really search. And then I already have the web search on, and you can add the connectors and whatnot. But as I mentioned earlier, that's for the pro version. So for the style, I'm just going to pick one style that I have created. I'm going to go back to showing you how to create your style, but for now I'm just going to put this, and then I would put in my prompt, which is generate. By the way, Claudia can also help you with prompts. So I can actually ask it to give me a prompt, and it gives me a prompt, and then I feed the prompt back to it. So let me show you how you can do that. You can actually upload files, and the only thing that you can do here is you can record your voice. ChatGPT gives you that, and I think Gemini also gives you that. So what I will do here is I'll say I need to create a marketing campaign to teach marketing to young people in Nigeria. I need a prompt. For this right? And then you fill it in. Extended thinking should not be used just because you feel like, I feel like it should be used if you have something very important that you want it to actually go around. Think about the response before giving you an answer. So this is the artifact, and the artifact is showing me how it's thinking, and here it's showing me what. So it's going through the website, it's reading things online, and putting in that for me, and it already has that, and then it then gives me the prompt, and this is a prompt. So it says here, marketing campaign from Lagos to global, your marketing journey. I didn't even mention Lagos, I just mentioned Nigeria, so it actually picked up Lagos, which isn't bad, but at the end of the day, maybe it wasn't Lagos I wanted to cover. So I'd have to go in here and actually put in another prompt and actually reprompt it again to tell it, oh, I didn't want Lagos, I wanted, let's say, Adamawa, for instance. And then you say here call messaging, it gives you the pillars, it gives you everything, and then you can then turn this into the campaign, right? Or you can even turn it into like social media post for different platforms. You can then create a document, a slide deck to show like people, if you're going to present it in front of people, you can just click on here and then you add it. So it has given me a very, very long prompt. So what I can do is I can pick up the front and then I would say create a marketing deck, and then I'll come here and say create a marketing deck, and then I'll put it in. And then so it's crafting the marketing deck, and you can see it all around here on your artifacts how it's doing. You can even go in like and actually put in the code, like it's very interactive. So you're just gonna wait and then it comes up with the ideas and stuff. So it has created my slide deck. Here, right here. So this is the slide deck it was able to create, and you can see here it is so fast and so efficient. I didn't give it a lot of information, so you imagine if you have all the information you need, you can just get this ready in a very, very short time. So what you can do here is you can copy it as an HTML, or you can even publish it. So you can publish it and you would have it for like on the CloudAI as an artifact. You can also just see that what it did here and everything here, and you can literally command A and take it to the next page, and then you have that too. The other thing I think I would like to have is if it could actually download it as an artifact as opposed to just having it like a PowerPoint presentation. So if I could download that, if you click on publish, and you just can publish and copy link. So you're publishing it, not copying it out. So I think that is the only issue, but you see it has already given you that. And this issue would be solved if you want a pro version, obviously, because you then have to connect it to maybe your PowerPoint or your presentation online, in your presentation tool, and then you're able to just get it directly or to your drive, for instance. That is one way you can use Cloud AI. Okay, so the next use case is to understand big data and documents. So imagine if you have like a 50-word essay or an industry report that you need to get to, and you don't really have the time, and Claude can help you scan the document and can also give you the essential information you need. So take for instance now, I have a document I recently downloaded from HubSpot. I'm just going to add it on here. So back on my interface, it's called the State of Marketing in 2025, sorry. So I'm going to upload it. It's right here, State of Marketing, and then I open it. And then I can prompt CloudAI to give me insight to this document. So I'll just wait a bit for it to upload, and then I can ask it specific questions. Okay, it's on now. So one of the first questions I ask is, what are the top insight or take home from this document? And then I put it in, and then it gives me the essential in a matter of seconds. So you can see from here, the document says AI is your secret weapon in the play for leveling the playing field. To the attention economy has also changed. Visual content is key. The creator economy is booming, stuff like that. So YouTube, Instagram, TikTok are the top three. See, this is good information. Another one would be personalized marketing is driving real results, and what is done for young marketers. So, in line with the previous question I had asked, or I'm still on the same interface, I'd asked it on trends or things I can talk about as a content marketer for young marketers, to young marketers, right? And say it also included, even though I didn't ask that, data privacy is creating opportunities. I think this is also very good to look at. So it says first party data is becoming more valuable and stuff like that. The skill that matters most is coordinators, content creators, social media strategists, and stuff like that. So you see, learning AI tools not optional, it's very essential and stuff. And it also gave me an action plan. So you can start experimenting, you can focus on creating short form videos, you can build your email list and WhatsApp business presence. You can share authentic stories and struggles and people can relate to and stuff. So I can also go on and say what is the most unconventional thing, so I'll just type that out. What is the most unconventional piece of info in this data? By the way, even if you make mistakes as you're typing, these AI chatbots are actually very good in picking, like, when reading into what you want to say. So if you make a mistake in your spelling, it's very intuitive. So it kind of just gets what you were trying to put in there somehow, maybe by reading the whole statement and stuff like that. So the most unconventional insight in this data is probably this prediction. So it says here that 86% of marketing leaders believe AI generated influencers or social media avatars will replace influencers by the end of 2025. Wow, this is wild, really wild. Wow. So you could do that, and that's the third use case for ClaudeAI. So the fourth use case would be ClaudeAI helps you to change your message. So we all know that when you post on LinkedIn and Instagram, you have multiple platforms. There are ways in which you have to post in order to kind of get to your audience on these different platforms. So if you need to adjust your messaging or your campaign for like different platforms, ClaudeAI can help you do that. It's maybe like sometimes if you want to if you want to simplify a technical, let's say, product description for an average customer, ClaudeAI can help you do that. And it also helps to keep your core messaging stack. That means we all know that you have to sound the same, but you have to either craft your message differently for every platform. You can't post maybe the same way you post on LinkedIn, the same way you post on Instagram. The word count has to be in place. You have to make sure that people on Instagram can, quickly skim through and guess whatsoever is your information. I think for Instagram it's more visual as opposed to even text. And LinkedIn you could do visual and you could also do a lot of text. Back on the dashboard here, I have one example, and the example comes from a LinkedIn post I recently just did on the EEAT framework. So I just copied that and I'm going to put it to ClaudeAI and tell it that, I want to post this on Instagram. Can it modify the message for Instagram? That's for the platform. So here is it. So this is a caption I had for a carousel post on LinkedIn. Can you modify it for Instagram? And then you just hit that and wait to see what it gives you. So see what it made it. It made it a bit shorter, and it also included like bullet points. On LinkedIn, sorry, I did not put in bullet points. So it did this in an AI flooded world. EET is everything, and then it mentions what it means, and then just a few information, and then it just says swipe to see how to build unshakable credibility and stuff. Sometimes even for like your hook, for each of these carousels, Claude AI can actually help you to refine the hook for different platforms. So these are like the 4 use cases of Claude AI. Claude AI, just like other chatbot, isn't here to replace you. It's here to make you better at what you do. It can take your ideas for a campaign and give you ideas on how to make it better. It can help you to create content that actually resonates with your audience. It can also help you to stand out, giving you ideas as to what you need to post about, also giving you insight on what really matters in your field. So the future of marketing isn't just about using AI, it's about how you use AI. So if you're ready to take your content to the next level, try Claude AI. I'm going to drop the link to Claude AI in the description below. If you found this video helpful, do well to like, to share, to subscribe, and drop in the comments what you're going to use Claude AI to do, and also tell me what other chatbot you would want me to cover. See you next time.